Hey, you got to be honest with yourself. Velocity, you either have it in you or you don't. Hey, what's going on? Brad here with Slider Domination. Triple digits have been dominating Major League Baseball radar guns the past few seasons, and velocity has long been the main thing that scouts look for in amateur pitchers, and that's not going to change. Now, like I just said, you either already have velocity in you or you don't. Now, there's a lot of great products available nowadays that can teach you how to throw harder, and what they're doing is getting the very most out of your ability. Now, this comes through proper mechanics, functional strength training, nutrition, and so on. And it's great. It's doing a great service to the game of baseball, as you're seeing results from high school travel teams all the way up to the bigs. You're seeing these improvements, and it's creating a new buzz around the game. Now, with you as an individual pitcher, there's several things you got to keep in mind when it comes to velocity. If you're a 16 or 17-year-old high school pitcher right now in one of these programs, of course your velocity is going to go up. Because as you're watching this video right now, your body is maturing, and you're learning how to use it better. So it's a natural progression for you to get stronger and throw harder as you get a little bit older. Now, if you're a more matured pitcher, if you're in college, you're 20, 21, 22, and you're throwing 84, 85, 86, you're not just going to roll out of bed one day pumping 97. It doesn't work that way. Now, there isn't a baseball player alive who wouldn't want to throw harder. Even Aroldis Chapman would like to get a few more ticks on the radar gun. Not that he needs it. So if your velocity is improving right now, you have to be honest with yourself and know whether or not that you can actually pitch at these higher velocities. Can you consistently command your fastball when you're throwing harder? Because a lot of major league pitchers admit that they can touch 98, 99, 100. However, they know that they can't pitch at those velocities. They know they're most effective maybe 92 to 95 range. Yeah, it's still gas. It's still bringing it, but it's under control and they can change speeds, work their off-speed pitches off of their fastball. So it's important to know if you can sustain repeating your delivery at a max effort, or will your body break down. Now remember, pitching is just not a one-shot do-or-die deal. You owe it to your career, you owe it to your coaches, and you owe it to your teammates to think in terms of a season. And let's not forget about the Tommy John epidemic. In addition to velocity, to make you a more complete and dynamic pitcher, are you able to change gears, change speeds, and locate your secondary pitches to get effective? Now, if you can't do the two I just mentioned, velocity serves very little purpose. And in the world of showcases nowadays where the radar gun is king and young pitchers are airing it all out in front of college coaches in December looking to get a scholarship, now if you have to dig deep within yourself to make 15 pitches in an out-of-body way to push up the velocity a few ticks, which does not exist for you, to impress a coach from the Miamis and the LSUs of the world, how long do you plan on keeping that up? In addition to that, it doesn't take a genius of a coach to see when a pitcher is overthrowing. Now this brings me to my next point. When I pitched professionally in the independent leagues, so many teams were obsessed with getting flamethrowers, and that's who was signed out of the tryout camps. The best hard throwers at this talent level and this age group are in affiliated ball with major league organizations. So they had to settle for the next tier of flamethrowers, of hard throwers. And many of these pitchers who were signed in the beginning of the season were released within the first half of the season because they couldn't get anybody out, or they couldn't find the strike zone, and walk rates were astronomical. The managers got fed up with it, and can you blame them? It's hard winning games when you can't throw strikes and you're giving free passes to put runners on base. Everyone knows that. So then the indie ball teams came calling for pitchers who could throw strikes and get hitters out. And they even admitted that they're willing to settle for 85 to 88 as long as you're a strike thrower. And this is to get a job in professional baseball. So yes, velocity can take you to tremendous heights as a pitcher. It's what you need to get your foot in the door at the higher levels. And there's no doubt about that. And it will separate you from the competition. Nobody's denying that. Everyone knows it. Everybody wants to be there. However, you either have it in you or you don't. And you have to know your value as a pitcher. If you have velocity, go right at hitters with it. Let it rip, air it out, embarrass hitters, and enjoy it. If you lack velocity, you can still be a very, very effective pitcher and get a lot of great hitters out, strictly relying on command and change of speeds. And there's nothing wrong with it because there's a lot of pitchers in Cooperstown who made a career out of it. Keep dominating, my friend. Hey, thanks for watching. To subscribe to our channel, click here. To watch videos where Major League hitters are even embarrassed by the slider, click here. And to learn more about us at Slider Domination, click down here. Now, if you can locate the slider down and away consistently like this, they're not gonna touch you.